I liked to take walks, lots of walks. Find friends on the way there, go grab them and take them for walks. I've had friends with guitars that would take walks with the guitar and sing. That was nice. Those were the old days. I don't remember what songs. It was quite a while ago. Memory's gone, but I'm still here. I sat at the bedside of a woman who had a hard time remembering. Her family had invited me to write a legacy song for her, so we started out our journey by walking down memory lane. When we started our conversation, she laughed and shrugged, saying, "I don't really remember anything." I looked at pictures on her wall of her family and children and asked, "Who are these people in these pictures?" She started sharing stories of her grandchildren, of her own children who were taking care of her. She said that she wasn't always the easiest person to get along with. She wanted her family to know that she was grateful, that she saw that they were gracious to take care of her in this time that she was on hospice and reliant on others. She said she missed those days living in Highland Park as a young woman, and then she looked out the window. Her eyes started to light up with old memories. I could see that she was finally starting to remember. The family was able to sit with us as the fog started to lift. We walked on, and slowly memories would trickle in one by one. It was like turning the page of a dusty book. It seems like if left silent for too long, our memories start to fade in us. How often do we sit with those with so many years of experience and invite them to share stories of their lives? I saw the delight in that woman's face as she went back to those years, recalling what mattered most to her, what she'd learned, what she wished she did differently, and sharing in the laughter of her and her family as a beautiful sense of humor shone through. She was bedridden with a terminal illness, yet there was joy as we sat there, walking down those flower-lined paths in Highland Park once again. It made me think of so many others who sit lonely in their own beds, looking out at the world through a bedroom window. They face the ends of their lives with so many memories stored away, pages long since closed and an old cover collecting dust. This little story is a call to consider those that have the stories to share, memories to relive and celebrate. Could you be the one that they are able to share that with? Putting myself ahead in time in those old shoes, will I appreciate someone coming to me and asking me to walk down that path through my own Highland Park? Will I want someone to sit with their guitar and wake up all those dormant, joyful reflections and allow me to better run free through the passages of a lifetime? I'm sure I will. That's dignity. So may it be that we practice what we desire, treating others now as we would hope to be treated. This also brings to mind our own legacies, all the choices that we make up in the days that will lead us to the stories we'll tell someday. I feel that this can bring more intention to our present decisions and also help us see our mistakes and struggles as purposeful learning points that we can share with others someday. Seeing our life as a story of sorts, one that we will be able to tell. I invite you to imagine yourself on your deathbed, like that woman who once walked through Highland Park. What will you have to share with those that sit at your bedside? Family, friends, grandchildren? What stories will you bring to them? What wisdom will you give? If you are reading this chapter and are facing your own final days, I encourage you to give your gifts to those present. Take someone by the hand and walk them through the avenues of your past. You are still living and still moving along in your grand and unique story. The ripple of what you share, though you may not deem it meaningful yourself, has a mysterious and incalculable impact on those that come into your life. Just as this woman's story reached me, that same moment reaches you now, and who knows how many more through you. We'll surely be surprised by what we've forgotten. It's like finding buried treasure that you forgot you planted there so many years ago. You will surely find old memories matured that glow in a different light of perspective. For those in witness, you will stumble upon gold. You will find yourself relating in personal ways and learning more about navigating your own life. They are simple moments, not necessarily glorified or theatrical or epic. They are quiet moments of sweet discovery and communion, of continuation. What is left unshared will disappear into silence. If it is spoken, it will be heard. Those old roads of Highland Park are still there, though perhaps a bit overgrown. Keep walking, and you'll find it under your feet. Looking out the window, lying in my bed, trying to remember, trying to clear my head, thinking about adventures, thinking about romance, dreaming about pianos and my favorite dance. Won't you take your 6-string and follow through the dark and help me to remember all those walks through Highland Park. Pups beside my pillow, how I love them, yes I do. Everybody in this family, their eyes are brown and blue. I hope that they remember love and gratitude for all the acts of kindness through my many moves. The avenue of hemlock, it's quiet in the dark. It helps me to remember all those walks through Highland Park. Hear my children laughing in the other room. They're eating all the candy in the desert blooms. I have seen the sun over 20,000 days, seen it turn to moonlight in just as many ways. And the birds are on the wire, singing in the dark. They'll help me to remember all those walks through Highland Park. Looking out the window, lying in my bed, trying to remember, trying to clear my head, thinking about adventures, thinking about romance, dreaming about piano and my favorite dance. Now won't you take your 6-string and follow through the dark and help me to remember all those walks through Highland Park. Won't you help me to remember all those walks through Highland Park?